Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Sorry I've been absent for a little while again, but I do have some good news on that matter, which I'll fill you in on later in the video. So, bit of a strange place to start the video, I hear you say. So here's a montage of the Land Rover driving into the woods last time I was here.
I'll never mistake the way you give me my faith. My body feels safe in your hands. Feel me fully fade. I'm light as a fire that don't let me escape. The stars still remember they fall to our fate. I don't wanna wait. Every single part of me in flames. Tell me how it tastes. Let me be the harmony you crave.
So everybody, I hope this video finds you all well. Strange story on why the video's starting a little bit late today. I was coming over the M62 and usually it takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get here. Today, 3 hours. It was just wall-to-wall traffic, start-stopping constantly. And by the time I got here, I was absolutely dying for a wee. So I had to rally into the woods and quickly jump out and, yeah, drain myself, as it were. But I'm here for a couple of days. Stay tonight and tomorrow night. It is July, coming up towards the end of July. So yeah, my July camp out is a little bit late, but we've had a few things go wrong this month, which I will talk about later in the video for those who are interested. So not much to report on the old rig. The rig is as was. The only thing I've changed is I've moved the solar panels from the back of the roof rack to the front of the roof rack. Mainly because lashing points on the back are more plentiful, so I can lash a box on the back for when I go on my trip later in the year. So yeah, the only thing I've changed is the solar panels have come forward. Everything else is as was. Topped up my diff oils and my gearbox oils earlier on today, just to make sure they were all hunky-dory, ready for the trip over the M62. And in the next few weeks, you will be going in for an engine service, oils, filters, etc, etc. So just off camera, I chopped up some wood, stoked up the fire. Just me here tonight on my lonesome. Friday night tonight. Lads have all been at work. But I had the day off, which I'll talk more about later on. But expecting a couple of the lads down tomorrow, just to keep me company for tomorrow and tomorrow night. So yeah, looking forward to a nice chilled, relaxing weekend. So just making my way back to the car. The sun has all but gone down. Very nice, peaceful night here in the woods. I did eat on the way over. I stopped off at Morrison's and got myself some snacks. And ate some chicken nuggets and some spicy cheese balls. If you ain't tried them, get another thumbs up from me. Just been munching on a few bags of crisps while I've been sat next to the fire. Not made my bed or anything. I have set up the outside of the vehicle, but I've not made my bed or anything in the truck. So I'm just going to crack on and do that dead quick. So guys, I have retired back to the vehicle. Sun is going down. It's coming up to about 8:30 at night. And I thought I'd come back, kick back, relax and watch a movie on my iPad. Hopefully drift off into a nice sleep. But it is warm tonight, so I'm going to have to crack open a few windows. A little bit paranoid about doing that tonight because it has given rain in the early hours. So I don't want to fall asleep and leave the windows open and wake up and everything's sopping wet in here. All that's left to do in here is chuck the quilt on my bed and I'm good to go. Just underneath the camera you can't see, even though I've got a new extremely wide lens. I've put everything on charge just on the countertop. Everything's charging. My other camera, my microphones, a few other bits and bobs. Now I'm going to continue this segment by apologising profusely for lack of content. I have been mad busy at work. Anybody who knows that I work in a warehouse and we're trying to convert this warehouse into a classic car museum and motorbike, classic car and motorbike museum. So we've had to empty the contents completely, 150 odd cars and probably somewhere around the same amount of motorbikes, so we can have a second floor put in. So yeah, it was a week long's worth of moving classic cars and finding locations for them to be parked while this renovation is going on. So as well as that, at weekends I have been undertaking trying to landscape my garden. Is that even a thing? I'm basically trying to refab my back garden. I've let it go over the last 18 months or so, and I had some very big brambles and trees growing in the back, so I've had to take it all back down to basics. But unfortunately last Wednesday at work, I did my back in. I pulled something in my back, so last weekend I was hoping to get out and start filming, but I was bedridden, resting my back. I'm on about 95% now, still can't do anything too strenuous, but I can move, and I'm sleeping without waking up in pain basically every 2 hours. But on that note, just recently I have put in my notice to drop to part-time at work. I'm going to be working Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, which will give me Monday and Friday off. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I also look after my mum. So trying to juggle time with washing up, doing my own garden, doing my own housework and looking after mum, my home time is massively taken up, and obviously I do have a full-time job, so trying to juggle YouTube the last year or so, or 2 years rather, has been quite difficult for me. So hopefully dropping to part-time will give me a couple more days a week just to go out and film a few more videos for you all, so I can get a few more people on board, and I can start reeling a few subscribers that no longer watch my stuff because it's not been there back on board. But those are the plans. I'm sticking to them. I'm hoping my loyal followers who have been following me from the start understand. I do have a life outside of YouTube as well. Right, I have got another video that I filmed probably 6 weeks ago when I was in the Woodland again. Just never had time to put the final finishing touches on. Just again, all time. It is uploaded. All I've got to do is put a thumbnail on it and a bit of a description, and then I'll make that one live before this one goes live. So this one will be up in probably 2 weeks time, and that one will be up next Friday. So guys, I am going to retire, knock the camera off, kick back, relax, and wake up fresh and early. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you if you stuck by me all this time, and hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. What a bad night's sleep. Just coming up to 9:30 in the morning, so much for getting up early. Woke up around 3 in the morning, needed toilet, and then struggled to get back to sleep, so I was awake till about 5. So put the old pad back on and fell asleep, and a bit later than I wanted to wake up, but hey ho. Right, time to get up. Oh, I need this. Enjoyed that, it were a good one. Right, lads have arrived. You've got the Disco just there, and you've got Lee's just a bit further back in his Ranger. Although back sore, I did mention, I think earlier on in a video, that I did my back in at work. Last Wednesday it was. And still healing, I'm on about 95%. But it's sore. I've overexerted myself chopping wood. So I can feel it coming back a little bit, so I'm going to have to take it easy. So we had some wonderful dinner around the campfire. and we had another lad turn up with his missus, so we've just been sat around the fire shooting the shit as you do. And I saw the sun going down, so I had to come and get it for you. Yeah, what a beautiful evening. We'll try some star photography if it stays clear a little bit later, and hopefully we'll have some success with it. But it'll be the first time I'm doing it, so please do forgive me if it's a bit crap. But I'll fetch you back a little bit later when the stars are out. Ooh. Good morning, my friends. Hope you have all woken up and feel great, just like I do. I'm gonna get up, get dressed, go make a coffee and have a wash and stuff. And I'll fetch you back when I'm feeling a bit more awake and human. Right, proper good morning to you now. I'm a bit more awake. I'm a coffee deep, been awake and around the campfire for about an hour, just catching up with the guys. They're all away in their respective areas, just tidying away, having a gentle pack down, and then we're going to cook a bit of brunch, as it were. And then we're going to head out of here for about midday, 1 o'clock, and trundle across the M62 back to home. Sleep last night was all right. I got in the car and I was ushering all the mosquitoes out because it has been sunny the last few days. So there's quite a few mozzies about. And the last few years, they've really been attacking me. The first 46 years of my life, never been touched by mozzies, but the last few years, absolutely ravaging me. And I must have missed one because I've got a huge lump on my arm there. I'm not sure the camera's going to pick it up. And I've got one on my arm just there. And I proper come up in proper big bumps. So I'm looking at some natural ways to ward off the old mosquitoes. So if you have any suggestions, please do leave it in the comment section below and let me know what actually works for you. I know you can eat various things like garlic tablets and black seed oil and other things, but I'm looking for something I can wear that's non-toxic, no DEET, that I can either put on my body or wear, because I know you can get some bracelets with citronella oil and stuff. And more so, if you've ever used any candles or anything like that that you can light to ward them off, to usher them out. I mean, I could do with putting a candle in the Land Rover last hour before I go to bed. But again, I am going to stress non-toxic. I don't mind using those tablets that I've done reviews for when I'm outside. So if I'm under a tarp or indeed underneath the awning, I don't mind using one of those like thermocell type tablet things. But in a confined space, I don't want to be breathing in that. Somebody did leave a comment on the bottom of my Flextail review video, and it's like, yeah, I'd never use one of them in a tent or in the back of the Land Rover. I'd only ever use it in a well-ventilated area, i.e. outside. But anyway, I'm going to quickly square this away, tidy out the back of the Land Rover, put my axe away, put everything in its respective place ready for travelling, and then we're going to cook some breakfast in the back of the van over there, because one of my friends is a part-time van lifer, so there's a van over there with all cooking facilities, so doesn't have to pack anything away. Shuts the door, is en route, which is a nice way, to be fair. Right, guys, so I will fetch you back shortly, and I'll talk about why I came out and what the intentions were while I was out here. So guys, I've just made myself another coffee just to kick me in the arse and wake me up a little bit more, and I thought I'd sit down for 5 minutes and chat to you about why I've come out this time, and indeed the next couple of times I'll be going out, I'll be pretty much doing the same sort of camp. When I go away in October, probably going to be going away best part of 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks it is. And I'm looking at storage, so I've brought all the camera gear I'm going to be carrying and all the equipment I'm going to be using. The only thing I haven't brought is the amount of food, dry food, etc., because I'm not going to be able to stop off at the supermarket as much as I'd like to, although I will be hopefully stopping every 3 to 4 days to stock up on fresh produce, meats, etc., which the fridge will keep fresh, obviously. The other thing that's not on the Land Rover that I will be taking is a roof box, a big ammo box for the roof, that I'm going to store stuff that I'm not going to need all the time. For example, a backpack, maybe a little tent or a bivvy, and me ground dwelling stuff, or maybe me hammock and stuff, because we are going to spend some time under the stars, i.e. not in the vehicles constantly. So yeah, I'm just trying to fine tune everything. Do I need a smaller fridge? Do I need another roof box? Do I need to store my jerry cans on the roof with water and stuff? So yeah, it's just fine tuning everything. So when I go away, it's going to be like an epic adventure. 16, 17 days on the road, just filming a documentary, drone footage, the lot. Those are my plans, whether it pans out like that. And I've also been trying to hone some skills. Now last night, I think I was up till past midnight, and I was out in the field just next to the woods here trying to do some star photography, and it's a lot more bloody difficult than all these YouTube videos make out. I think I've got a little bit of something, but it's not great. I do need to hone that, so I'll be practicing doing that over the next few weekends. But yeah, that was my intentions for this weekend. The system works well, slept well apart from the rogue mozzie, and yeah, I think I've got everything I need, cooking utensils wise, tools wise, everything on board that I need. There is quite a lot more camera gear than I'd like to admit. I've gone crazy over the past few years buying camera gear, and I've got yeah, I've got a little bit more than I probably need, but I want to be sure that I'm going to get the best possible footage. And indeed, I'm on a relatively new camera here. You'll have to let me know how the footage is. It follows my face, so I can move. Indeed, it's got vehicle tracking, so I can set it up on a tripod and get some really good moving shots, and it'll pan around and follow stuff. So yeah, my intentions are to make the best possible video that I can do for you guys to watch. So all in all, I'm happy with about 90% of it. Just a few final tweaks to do. Little silly things, I guess I'm overthinking it, but that's the way I am. I'm a bit of an overthinker. But yeah, if there's anything, any suggestions or anything you can think of that I might need, if you've done the NC500, please do leave me comment in the comment section below. Things perhaps that you've seen that I need to see. My first time ever doing it, so I'd really appreciate some feedback and some help. Right, my friends, so we've had our brunch. That was absolutely marvellous. Now it's just time to square away the last few things, pack the awning away, and start to head out and head back over the M62, which I'm probably going to try and avoid, to be honest, and try and go over the hills back. So if I do, there will be some footage going over the hills at the end of this video. But if not, I will see you in the next video. But we're almost there. I'll flick the camera around. So I've got the camera gear just to square away there. You can see it all. It's got a little bit crazy recently. All the blankets and everything are tidied away. These ones just here in front of the camera are to go in the house. They were gifted to me by one of my friends. And then I've just got my kitchen equipment down here, just to go in the footwell, as well as the little ladder just there. And of course I've got to pack away the kitchen into the kitchen cupboard, and then we're good to go. Time wise, probably 10 minutes, all this will be squared away. Probably quicker, to be honest. But yeah, going back to the camera gear, there is quite a lot, which, going back to what I was saying before, I need to find a place to store it all. Drone just lives just in that cubby there. That's the drone box just here. But yeah, she's looking good. She's done me proud again. She's getting in all the solar, as she usually does, and she's doing very well. But folks, bring the camera back to my face. And yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry it's been a short one. I haven't really filmed much. It's been more about relaxing and just testing the rig. But lovely to see you all, although I can't see you, but you can obviously see me. And yeah, I'll see you in an episode very, very soon, because we've got a little bit more time on our hands. So they should be a little bit more frequent. I'm planning a video. Let me know if you're interested in it, because I'm a techie. I love my tech. I love my cameras. I used to do a bit of amateur photography, so I'm well into my cameras. So I'm thinking of doing a little video on how the tech on the channel has progressed since I started back in 2017. If that's something you're interested in, please do leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. If you're not fussed, then I just won't bother with that video, because it's not really a tech channel. So I appreciate a lot of you couldn't give two hoots if I filmed it on a phone or filmed it on a potato. But yeah, I have some quite posh camera gear and drones and stuff, and I'd like to show you all what I use. But again, if it's not going to get many views, there's no point in putting it up. But anyway, love yous all very much. Thank you for standing by me as usual. Please do subscribe if you're new here. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you next week in another video. You all look after yourselves, guys. So everybody, as I former mentioned, I am going home over the tops, but I'm driving along and I can smell diesel. And I thought my diesel tank for the diesel heater had gone over, or one of the pipes had popped out or something. So I stopped and checked it. No, that's fine. Looked under the bonnet and I've got a diesel leak. So I'm going to quit filming for the day. I've already signed off. Going to get home, see if I can fathom what's gone wrong underneath there, because I can't see anything. I've obviously had a look under the bonnet, can't see anything. So I'm just going to hot tail it home and go and get it sorted. All right, folks. Again, hope you're all well. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you all very soon in another video. So, you know that fuel leak I just mentioned. Oh, barely a second ago. Well, I managed to get about 30 miles closer to home and the inevitable happened. We lost fuel pressure and we conked out. So I am awaiting recovery and we're going to recover it back to my mechanic's house, who's going to bring it back to life. I'll tell you who just called me. I better get off and take care of business. Guys, I'll let you know on Instagram and other social media what's going down and what's happened. So keep an eye on that, but I better go and communicate with this lovely gentleman. Well, my friends, that was a very, very interesting day. I'm sorry about this video being all over the place, but it's been an absolute adventure. Thanks to the guys, if they jump onto the channel. I've had two recovery guys, Paul and Steve. Thank you very much for looking after me and being so swift. I think from the time of calling them to them picking me up, it was within an hour. And then I was back soon after. I was only half an hour away from home when I broke down. The Land Rover has gone straight to my mechanics. He is going to fix, I'll tell you what it was, because I diagnosed it. I just couldn't fix it on the side of the motorway. The priming pump on a Land Rover, it's got a little lever on it, and when you give it a new diesel filter, you can prime it by pumping. It's got a leak in there. I suspect the diaphragm's gone inside it. So he's going to order a new one of them. Instead of the diaphragm, he's just going to order the full new pump, get that replaced for me. What you need to be careful on with Land Rovers, when they go, they can put diesel into the oil. So he's going to do an oil change. He's going to replace the pump, oil filter obviously. He's going to check air filters, and he's going to go through it because it's going to be the last time he sees it before I go on my trip to Scotland. So he's just going to go for anything it needs, he's going to do for me. He's going to have a good look around it and sort it out. Thanks to little Matt picking me up from John's house, who's my mechanic, and bringing me to the barn so I could collect the cruiser. And I've got all my camera gear and everything. Well, I had all my camera gear and everything in the Land Rover. So yeah, I've got leftover food, camera gear, all my rubbish and everything. So Matt was an absolute diamond. Picked me up, brought me here, hung about, got all my stuff in it, and now it's time to go home because I'm covered. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up my hands, but they are filthy from messing about under the bonnet, trying to get it going, trying to limp it. Oh wow, it was a proper interesting day. This is a story in itself. I mean, I've been with the same insurance company for 10 years, and I get my breakdown cover through my insurance company. I don't know who they are, so I had to sift through emails, and it was a proper panic. It was a proper panic. I was flapping on the side of the bloody motorway, the M65. But yeah, all's well that ends well. It was a cracking adventure. It is now 10 to 7 in the evening, so I'm going to go home. I'm going to cook myself some leftover camp food, have a nice shower, and just chill. Guys, I know I've signed off once before, but I'll sign off again. Be good, be nice, and I'll see you in the next one.